I've been teaching guitar lessons for almost 20 years, and one of the most common pieces of advice that beginner guitarists hear is honestly kind of terrible. At first it sounds really helpful, but I actually think it makes you worse. And we'll get to that in a second, but first I want to rate some other pieces of advice that people hear. Pain is normal. I give this like a 3 out of 10. A little bit of pain on your fingertips is normal for like 2 weeks of solid practice. 30 minutes a day. Doesn't take a lot. But if you're experiencing pain in your wrist or your elbow or your neck or your lower back, odds are you're probably just sitting with your instrument wrong, or you're using the wrong kind of strap in the wrong position. Something with your technique is probably off. You should start on acoustic guitar and then play electric. 1 out of 10. If you're inspired to play guitar by electric guitar music, why on earth would you play an acoustic guitar first when you clearly don't have an interest in acoustic music? Now, if you could go either way, you should still play an electric because they're easier to play. They're smaller, the strings are thinner, they're easier to press to the fretboard. Yeah, you have a little bit of extra luggage you gotta plug into an amplifier, but that's it. That's the only barrier to entry, to have an outlet in your wall. I think that's pretty reasonable. Acoustic guitar and electric guitar skills do not translate to each other the same way that people think they do. Electric guitar has to be played much, much differently than an acoustic guitar if you want to play it at a high level. The same is true for acoustic guitar. You're not going to whip out your electric skills on an acoustic and play like Mike Dawes all of a sudden.
But because acoustic is harder to play, it's a better finger workout, so you'll get stronger and better at guitar.
You know what else is a good finger workout? Just playing the guitar that you like the look of and the sound of. Start with whatever you want to use and play what you want to play. Oh, but when you are finally granted permission and magically privileged enough to play electric guitar, this is the most infuriating piece of advice I hear, and I hear this all the time, and I think it is so frustrating to me. Play with a clean tone instead of distortion so you can tell if you're making mistakes. I understand the heart from which this is coming, believe me, I do. But there are so many kinds of mistakes that you can hear with distortion that you can't hear with a clean tone. Namely, distortion magnifies extraneous noise. The most advanced guitar songs usually have you thinking a whole lot less about the notes you want to play and a whole lot more about silencing the things you don't want to ring. So I give that a 0 out of 10, primarily because of the stony certainty with which that advice is thrown around.